Hey y'all, and welcome back to Keeping Up with Kristy. Today I'm sharing some go-to recipes that I use for breakfast foods at our house. First up, I'm making sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches. I make a dozen at a time. So here are the supplies. 1 dozen original English muffins, 1 pound of sausage, 1 dozen eggs, and some shredded cheese. So first I start by browning up the sausage meat, and then I crack the first 6 eggs and add salt and pepper. I do about a teaspoon each. Then I'll add in a 1/4 cup of milk, whisk all that together, and I cook these up in a pan. I only do 6 eggs at a time because my best pan for egg cooking is not big enough to do all 12 at once. Then I'll separate my sausage that has been drained on paper towel in half, so I know I want to use half in each batch of eggs. I pour the eggs into my lightly greased pan, and I will add in half of the sausage mixture as well as about 1/4 cup of shredded cheese. But first I kind of get it going in the pan, stirring it around a little bit, and you can see the eggs start to cook a little. But then I will, once they're kind of halfway set, I leave them be, add the sausage and the cheese, and then I'll put a lid on top to finish them up and melt that cheese down. Now here I'm just dividing my sausage and egg and cheese mixture into 6 pretty equal parts. I kind of eyeball it, but I just like to kind of plan ahead and know that I have 6 pieces that'll go on 6 English muffins at the next stage. Once they are all filled and I put their tops on, I'll wrap them up in a paper towel. I store them in either individual zip bags or I fill a whole gallon bag full. I store them in the freezer and my family will eat off them all week. They can last in the freezer up to 3 months, but mine don't make it past 1 week. Next, on to granola. We use Alton Brown's recipe, but we change a couple of things. I will link his recipe, but also have my full version down below in the description box. You can always find in the description of each video the recipe or links to the recipes I'm using. To make my recipe, you will need oats, almonds, coconut, dried cranberries, brown sugar, oil, and honey. To start, I will use a big bowl and just add in all my ingredients. I'm making a double batch here on this day. Mom and I both used to make this recipe when we lived in separate houses, so it was definitely one that we all wanted on a regular basis. We combined our households. We have been living as a combined household for a little over 2 years, me, my husband, our 3 kids, and my parents. There were a lot of adjustments we all had to make when making this move. My mom and I had to figure out how to work together in a kitchen and with doing all the things we were both used to doing in our own homes. We made adjustments along the way and we find things that work for us. For example, she doesn't mind doing dishes, but she doesn't love the laundry duty. And I don't mind doing the laundry, but I would just let the dishes pile up. So we make a great duo. Next, I will start adding in my wet ingredients into a bowl and I'll whisk those together. Then I will mix the wet and dry, and once it's all incorporated, I will spray a baking sheet and pour the granola onto it. Remember, I am doing a double batch here, so it makes 2 half-sheet pans full. This will go into the oven at 250 degrees for 1 hour and 15 minutes, stirring every 15 minutes. We will come back to that. Now onto our peanut butter protein balls. We use peanut butter, oats, honey, flaxseed, dried cranberries, and vanilla. I place all the ingredients into a bowl and mix together. Then I roll into balls and place them on wax paper to set. I'll store them in a container or a zip bag in the refrigerator. They can last up to a week or so, but again, we go through them within the week. My family loves these as a grab-and-go breakfast option that are quick and out the door on the way to school or work. I even can send them with Neil in his lunch bag for the day, and he can use them on break time to get between his early breakfast and lunch. It's just a good filler for the day. Now back to the granola. So every 15 minutes I go to the oven and stir the granola. I'll do this a total of 5 times, equaling 1 hour and 15 minutes. Once it is cooked, it is a golden brown and smells nice and toasted. I then get it off the pan and crumble it. I add it all back into my large bowl and add the dried cranberries. You could use whatever dried fruit you like. We're just fans of the cranberries. But the tropical dried fruit mix would be yummy too, because the granola already has the toasted coconut. Then I'll bag it up and it's ready for my family to have for breakfast. We eat this served cold with milk, like a cereal. We add milk and heat in the microwave for a warm oatmeal option. My girls love to make smoothie bowls and they'll top with this granola. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to give me a like here on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click on the notification bell so you always know when I post a new video.